Right, I've had another delivery.
God, blimey, that's heavy.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was hoping it wasn't too heavy. Yeah, so it is a Jackery portable power station, power outdoors. Okay. This is well packaged, isn't it?
Yeah.
Important. Please charge your portable power station to ensure full capacity. It says maximum battery power. Charge me now and every 6 months, or keep me plugged in when not in use. Okay. Ooh. Nice little case.
Do you want to look in here?
Yeah, go on, have a look. We'll see what's in it.
A cigarette lighter type charging thing.
Yeah, cigarette lighter.
That's obviously to plug in the mains plug.
Alright.
That's it.
That's it, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the mains charger plug.
Yeah, and that's the...
That's the 12 volt charger plug. Okay. I sort of noticed it's also got one of those plugs, which is so you could use for a solar panel type connector. So I could use it with that solar panel that we've got to charge this up.
Oh right, yeah. Do you want to put that back?
Yeah, for now we will charge this up. Right, so blimey, it's not as big as I thought it was going to be.
No.
It's tiny. There it is. And what we got? Oh, I'll put it up here. You see it up there? Yeah. Got an input, which is obviously where you put the charge in. It's got 2 USBs. They're both, what are they? They're both the USB-A type.
What's that mean? The older type?
The older type, yeah. And it's got a 200 watt pure sine wave AC output there. And presumably that's where you charge it up for the 12 volts. So is that 12 volts in or out? Okay. Nothing on the back. On the side it's just got like a panel. I suppose there's a fan or something in there. But it's about the size of my tyre compressor.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's tiny.
Yeah. So what does it say on that? It says 5 volts, 2.4 amps. I presume that's split between the two. I'll have a look at the leaflet. There's a leaflet here as well. Comes in recyclable plastic. Right. User manual. Oh. And there's all their details. Hold that a bit closer. Yeah, all their details. That's what you're supposed to be doing with it.
All right. Okay.
Received all, yeah, Jackery warranty. Share your experience on Amazon. I might share it on YouTube. And have a little read of this. I'll just quickly say what it says on here. It says car fridge, 60 watts, around 19 hours. That's this port, presumably carport. Yeah, carport. That's a carport it calls it. So around 19 hours running a small fridge, or charging a drone around 4.5 charges. Its AC output there, that says it can charge a 12-inch laptop, a 30 watt charger for around 3.5 charges, recharges, or a 32-inch 60 watt TV for 3.5 hours. That's quite surprising actually. Or a CPAP machine for around 6 to 21 hours. Now that's quite useful for people who need those machines.
Yeah.
USB output, it says 18 watts, 25 charges out of that. Or a camera, 5 watts, around 45 charges. Well, if that's true, that's pretty useful, isn't it, really, for a tiny little thing like that?
Yeah, very small, isn't that?
Yeah, it says it will recharge in 5.5 hours from the wall charger, so the mains. 100 watt solar panel, around 5 hours. a car charger 6.5 hours, or a generator 5.5 hours. So you're looking at 5 to 6 hours to charge it.
FAQs.
FAQs, go on then.
What type of battery is in an Explorer 240 UK? Contains a battery pack which consists of an array of cylindrical 1865 lithium-ion battery cells with high energy density.
So it's got an array of batteries in there, a bit like the Torch that we had with lots of little batteries.
All right.
Okay.
How do I know if my Explorer 240 UK is charged?
There's an LCD display on there, isn't there?
Yeah, refer to LCD.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that a little bit later once I've charged it.
Can I charge the Explorer 240 UK while supplying power at the same time? The Explorer 240 UK could power other devices while charging itself.
Right.
How do I know if my device will work with the Explorer 240 UK? You will need to check the amount of power your device requires. This may require some research on your end. You'll be at your end.
At your end, yeah.
On your end.
Yeah.
An online search or examining the user guide for your device should suffice.
Yeah. So I think really what you're looking at with the 240 volts is chargers, that sort of thing. You know,
Yeah.
if you've got electrical chargers. I think I'm more likely to use the USBs. I have to admit, I'm a little bit disappointed there's no USB-C there, or possibly
No.
more USBs.
No.
Because that means I can only charge 2 devices there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it is, like I say, it's a pretty small device, you know, considering how big that other unit we got was. It's strange, isn't it, that a lot of places are changing over to USB-C and they've gone for the USB-A.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It does say to be compatible with Explorer 240 UK, you should use devices that require less than 200 watts.
Right, okay.
So that's not your.
So it's not your
Tasmo,
toaster?
It's not your toaster. It's probably not your hairdryer either, is it? Because
No,
that's 750.
No, and the other thing you're never going to do is do anything about charging the van with this.
No.
You couldn't plug this into the main socket on the outside of the van.
No.
So, but it is something that you could take with you in the car.
I just think it's brilliant for being in the car. Yeah. Because I mean, they're giving an example, aren't they, of a car fridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a cool box or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's charge it up and see how we get on.
Okay.
So here's the charging thing. Yeah, it's a 98 watt charger, that is. Take the plastic bit off. So, input, and it switches on, display on, and there's a button there to tell you what's going on. See if you can see that on the camera. It says, keep the display on, 60 watts input, output nothing, and it's currently on 27%. So it says it's going to be 5 hours to charge it up. So I think I'm going to have to leave it. But whilst we're here, I notice that I've got buttons by the side to switch that on, and a button by the side to switch that on, and a button to switch that on. Right, so what sort of things can we charge with it? So we've got the 12 volt socket. And switch it on. It's charging up the Avtex. Oh, it says it's taking 3 watts. GoPro batteries. Oh, 7 watts. What about the MiFi router? See what that takes. It's 100% charge. No, 12 watts. There we go. So that's 12 watts altogether. That's the 2 USBs and the 12 volt supply in use. Let's try a phone that's half charged. Yeah, it's about the same, 13 watts. So phone and GoPro batteries are taking 16 watts, 17 watts now. Right, so I'm charging a couple of GoPro batteries through the GoPro battery charger. A phone that's on 56% at the moment, and it says it's 25 watts it's taking. Plus I've got this plugged in as well, the sat nav plugged in. So I think I'll come back in about an hour and see what it's like. Alright, let's charge my phone. My phone's charged. It's charged my laptop batteries. It's still charging up the sat nav. It says it's got 90%, so it was charging about 20 watts. It's now charging at 6, just sort of maintaining it. So I think probably obviously the batteries and the phone don't need charging anymore. So that takes 5 watts, that does. Yeah, so the sat nav's fully charged as well, just unplugged it. It shows fully charged. So I suppose it's capable of charging laptop batteries, phone, fairly quickly. Yeah, so charging the GoPro batteries and a GoPro, 10 watts on 73% now. Charging my phone. Yeah, it's got a USB-A and a USB-C there to charge your phone. That's pretty good. Oh. I'm at 15 watts there. It's charging up fairly quickly. Let's see, that's 67%, gone from 47 to 43, about half an hour. Alright, pups, puppy. A bit of sunshine. Go on, in you go. Right, it's a little bit in the shade now, so it's starting to get less power, I think. And that's saying it's getting 8 watts now, but it's 84% charged. So I think we could just make use of a bit more of the sun. I've just moved it back into the sun. It's back up to 66 watts, so that makes a big difference in the sun. It's quite surprising. Yeah, it's gone down to 8 watts now, but we are at 99% charged. As you can see, it's just got the last little quarter of sunshine there in the back garden. Cheers.
Yeah.
So what did you think of the Jackery? I'm always doing these reviews and I always say I think you should just get a different opinion.
I said it was heavy and then I wasn't sure whether it was heavy.
Well, the box it came in said it would weigh 7 kilos, but the information sheet said it was 3 kilos.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's that heavy.
No, it's not that heavy.
What would you say it's like? It's a bit like an iron or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah. That sort of weight. It's not the sort of thing I think you'd want to be carrying around with you all day.
No. I mean, we were just sort of thinking that ideally, if we were to use this, it would be when we go for day trips in the car. Because obviously we go to the day trips in the van, we've got the same issues, haven't we?
No, because we've got USB sockets in the van.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And we've obviously got batteries in the van, and, that sort of thing, 12-volt things.
So it's not something that we'd buy for the motorhome, I think. Is what
No, I think that's what I'm saying. But if you go out a lot in the car, which is
perhaps if you're a tenter,
or you've got a caravan, you go out in the car, or you go out in a little car like we do.
Yeah.
This is a great way to recharge phones and camera batteries.
Yeah, I mean I've certainly been using it for recharging my GoPro batteries, and I've been using it to charge my phone overnight. Now what I would say is that just doing these two for about 3 nights in a row I used it, and it got down to around about 50%. I did do a little bit of charging with one of these units that charge up rechargeable batteries, which it does knock it down a bit. You're then on to like 30 watts coming out of it, but something like this, 15 watts, it's even sort of 10 watts. It takes about 10% of it, so I think you'd probably get a week's use out of it.
Yeah, I mean, the example I'm thinking of is when we've been to the NEC before.
Yeah.
If we've forgotten to charge the batteries up. I mean, it did happen once, didn't it? We started filming, we were only on about 60% by lunchtime. It kept going down and down. Yeah. We could have gone back to the car. Obviously, if we'd taken it with us. And we could charge those batteries up. Yeah, and the camera. And our phones while we were having our lunch.
Yeah. The disappointment with it, and I think I said this at the beginning of the video, is there's no USB-C. It's not the end of the world because you can get adapters and all sorts of things. And I wasn't too sure how much use I'd get out of the inverter socket, the 240 volt inverter socket. You could plug a phone adapter into it.
Yeah.
But that seems a bit silly because you could just plug a USB. Most things are USB, aren't they? So I'd actually like to see more USB sockets and perhaps not the inverter. It's a strange thing to say.
Yeah.
Because the inverter's not that powerful. You're not going to power your motorhome off it.
What about one of those little tiny travel kettle things?
You said this to me earlier. I was trying to think. There's not many travel kettles that are going to be like 200 watts.
Oh, there are always going to be more. I'm just thinking
you're going to flatten the battery completely just boiling a kettle.
Well, do you remember that one we had that we plugged into the cigarette light?
Yeah, that was a 12 volt. That was a 12 volt one.
That was a 12 volt.
So you could plug a kettle into there, 12 volt kettle into there.
And it took about
3 hours
to boil. Just a bubble coming out in about 10 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. So, do you know roughly how much it's going to cost? This thing.
There will be a discount code below, and it will be around £200 with the discount code. So check all the links below for all the details. This is actually being released at midnight on the 17th of March. So I'll try and time this video to coincide with that. So hopefully the links below will work. There's also a link for this, which is probably a little bit less portable, but the Jackery SolarSaga.
Someone at the door.
Someone at the door, quick! Yeah, so there will be a link for this as well. Now this was quite effective for charging it. I was quite surprised. You see me above it.
Yeah.
That it took about 4 hours to charge it from round about 47%, I think it was, up to 99% near us before the sun ran out. And but it's free electricity. It's quite a size, this, and it's a 100 watt solar panel.
Would it fit in the boot of the Ark?
I mean, the boot of the Ark's not huge, is it?
No.
It would probably fit on the back seat somewhere.
Yeah.
So you could take that with you as well to charge that up. But I think if you're taking that in the car, you'd charge it before you go, wouldn't you?
Or you charge it as you're going along.
Yeah.
Rather, I mean, you could just charge that and then charge your other things from it. Whereas if you charging all your phones and everything as you're going along, in all that and the little USB things, you've got leads everywhere.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, let us know what you think about this. Is it something you'd be interested in buying for the motorhome or get the caravan? Have I missed anything?
I think so. I just think this would have been great when we used to go around a lot in the car. We were always looking for something, weren't we?
Yeah. So possibly if you're watching this and you haven't got a motorhome and you do a bit of travelling, perhaps you do what we used to do, go to cottages and then go out in the car, this would be ideal for you.
Because it power a little fridge. We always used to wish we could
take a little cool box with us,
a powered cool box, yeah.
But if you ask me if I'd buy it for the motorhome, I'm sorry, I wouldn't actually go out and buy it for the motorhome. That's my honest opinion.
Yeah, but we'll buy it for the Up. Yeah.
All right, so thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit that notifications icon, hit the little bell thingy, and you'll get updates when we do other product reviews like this one, or if we go on our tours. Yeah. Which we're really looking forward to.
Yeah.
So we'll see you soon.
Bye
then.
I think Maz is going to be disappointed with it.
Yeah.
Well, because it won't do a hairdryer, will it? Or
No.
curling films.
No.